Hello, everybody. Jess Lohse on the weekly update, SBCA Structural Building Components Association. It is the week of February 20th. Hope everybody's staying warm out there in all parts of the country. I was just on a call where they were complaining about how cold it was in Florida, where it was minus 35 sometime this week here in Havre, Montana. But tomato, cold is cold wherever you're at, and I think a lot of people are there. Next week, however, we've got IBS coming up in Las Vegas. I think the highs are going to be in the 70s and 80s. So anybody that's heading there, look me up, look SBCA up. We've got a lot of things going on there, but it will be warmer. So really with that, it's a great time to connect. It's where I have time to make time to be in time with folks. And it is one of those that if there is any conversations that you'd like to have regarding SBCA or components or anything in general, look me up. I'm going to be there all week. It's going to be a great time. And it is one of those that this is one where a lot of our SBCA events, I'm going here, there, everywhere. But it is one that IBS is like, okay, I've got some time. I can have some meaningful conversations. We can dig into some issues if you want to. So always willing to do that. And that's one of the things that I really want to do with SBCA is make sure that we are approachable. So IBS is a great time. If you're there, feel free to reach out. We'll do that. Specifically, though, if you're interested in components, we've got a few different things. And yes, I just added a little bit of production value here. We'll see how it goes. But the structural components IBS, Sean put this together. Tuesday, we've got a lot of things going on. A framing study, measure how truss speed up MEP installation, faster underfoot, floor truss options, modern roof trusses, framing a truss overlay, framing the American Dream, a real world side-by-side comparison of stick versus components that we did last year in Texas. So Sean's going to be involved with that session as well. So really looking forward to really conveying to the builders and everybody in attendance how cool components really are and what the opportunities are with them. Wednesday, we're going to have coffee and conversations networking event about panelized construction. That's going to be in the Building Systems Council Lounge. If you're not familiar with the Building Systems Council or its lounge, look that up. That's a great way to get in contact with a lot of different things and maybe tweak your mindset on some different products and components. Are certainly going to be well represented there. We also have Connect with Purpose, how builder and manufacturer partnerships create lasting value. I'm going to be involved with that one with a couple other people, Tom Karowski from our board, and it will be a great conversation, the Construction Performance Zone, which was built by components from, the help of SBCA and one of our manufacturers. And then finally, the continuum of offsite, adopting your comfort level. So knowing that everybody's comfort, of where they're at as far as builders go, from stick framing to full components, everywhere, somewhere along the line there, we're trying to get them to move more in a direction or be able to do that. So those are the opportunities. Feel free to look at those on our socials. You should be able to see that, or just, say, hey, when was that one? Or look it up in the app too, in the IBS. So really looking forward to that. So again, that Construction Performance Zone, great place to be and kind of take a load off. There's got some chairs and some seats in there. There's going to be a lot of content related to components there. So if you're not going to be in attendance, but your builder might be, or somebody that, send them there. Say, hey, go look at these things. This is what I'm trying to tell you. This is what I'm trying to get you to do. And that's really where I want to kind of go with a lot of IBS. And let's face it, a lot of the code development, it's about products. And that's great. We sell a product. We've got trusses, roof trusses, floor trusses, wall panels, floor cassettes, very product dominated. And you look at, oh, here's a way to flash. Here's a new window. Here's a new rain gutter. All those things are going to be represented there. But what I think our industry can do is do a little bit more conversation around the process and what is it that builders can employ through their framers to improve their processes. And components fit into that really well. And that's one of the things I'm really excited about is how do we drive that conversation as an entirety of an industry about the process? Like, let's make things quicker, faster, easier. Components do all of those things. So let's try to help them out with that and have those conversations. Let's think about, okay, how do we get the framing installed in a day or 2 days or 3 days as opposed to a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks? Those are things that we can do and really help the builders out. But we need to communicate that, and we need to be on the same page from start to finish. And it's the totality of our industry. SBCA has got a huge part in that, but also so does every individual component manufacturer, our suppliers. Really, we need to build kind of a groundswell of, communication around that process and get them thinking about that. Because a product without an improvement in the process really is just going to be helping the people that are selling the product. And that's what I want to do, is really help construction industry be better by doing better. And that's what we can do as our part with component manufacturers, is really talk about that process of going from, maybe I-joist to a floor cassette with I-joist, or better yet with floor trusses. How do we go to wall panels? What's the future look like with our labor situation 5, 10, 15 years from now? Roof trusses, I think we're pretty much there as the premier, the prior, priority number one with that solution, but let's work it into the floors and the walls and really try to help those people out. So that's kind of my 2 cents. One of the things I'm going to be talking about next week at IBS in the conversations I have, but also one of those that, we need to continue this. We need to be more about the process and helping people just build better. We feel we are the best way to frame. I think that's the truth, and we need to be able to promote that. So that's kind of my soapbox for the moment. It'll continue, and we'll see how that goes. But thank you for tuning in. Next week, I'll be at IBS. So if you did not already get that, I don't know if I'll be able to go live. If you want me to do kind of the Dave Cooper-esque, I can give it a shot. Nowhere near as good as Dave, but I'm hoping to see him as well next week. But hit me up on what you'd like to see or what you're curious about if you can attend, or if you are there and you see something interesting, let me know and maybe we'll highlight it too. So with that, I'm going to get out and say peaks up, press on, stay warm, and we'll talk to you all next week from Vegas. Goodbye.